Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Alright, you greedy fuckers. Here you go.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
So...
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps.
With one round.
As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, they'll always be killers in this town to send.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
I think we bucked in there.
So, it seems like a few people were wanting me to go ahead and keep LA Noire going, and, you know, I mean, I'm still doing Valiant Hearts, and I'm going to be doing more of that than I am LA Noire. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking I'm going to do kind of like the same thing I did with Watch Dogs, a sort of one-in-one kind of thing per day.
And now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
Well, Phelps, all these arrests on the racket are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Yeah, well, fuck you, Rusty. But yeah, evidently, some people were still wanting me to keep LA Noire going. I was only going to stop it for a few days, but evidently you impatient fuckers can't wait that long, so here you go.
That guy there will lead us up.
Who?
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead
Oh,
man
him.
for you. They used to sing for the gig when you work in homicide, Phelps.
Go faster. Hey, cop. I said go faster. What do you think this is? It's a crime scene. I need to get to it soon. At this rate, it'll be tomorrow before I get there. So slow.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Dun dun dun.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
The reason he wants to know where the other shoe is has nothing to do with him being a detective. He just has like a really weird foot fetish. That's all it is. Ooh, $5. I'll steal that later. Tire tracks. Can I? Thank you.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
I don't know. Let's not make any like wild conclusions here.
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I sweated him.
Where the fuck? Isn't there more? Oh, here we are. Size 8.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Planning it out, maybe? That would be my assertion. Nothing. Maybe something here. Does not appear as though that is the case. Alright, lady, let's take a look at your face. And it does not look good.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Perhaps our next destination? I think that's all we got. As he said, there's not much evidence this time around because most of the storm washed it away, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Oh.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured.
Poor.
He may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
He's the hobo boss. If you go into the hobo camps, he's the big, like, boss fight that you have to go through. He's got extra health and all that shit. It's like 7 feet tall. Super hobo.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks for your help.
We're gonna go to the laundry, laundromat, I guess. We're gonna go there first. I don't think it's a laundromat, but, you know, I think it's closer to, like, a dry cleaning service than anything, but whatever.
Control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Huh. He's already sitting in the car. Shocker. This is how a real man drives.
Excuse me? There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on it. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to wink...
Sorry.
That's gonna kill us!
It's fine, just keep talking.
You're gonna kill someone!
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Oh, well, yes, sir, Mr. Super Detective. I didn't know that you were so intelligent and knew everything.
211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe, 391
His deduction skills are truly impressive. Like, he just knows something, just inherently. It's like, oh, there's no message. Well, obviously it's not the same guy. No doubt about it. End of discussion. I'm taking seniority here, motherfucker.
At least the rain stopped. Change back into those white bucks now.
No, it is a laundromat. Never mind.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
1363, right? Terrellson. 43 Emerald.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Alright. Well, we now have a home and an address. So let's go to 43 Emerald. I like this case probably the most out of all, well, second most out of all the homicide ones. I like the, I'm a big fan of overcast and like really rainy and stuff like that. It's my style, and it's actually perfect because the past like 3 or 4 days it's just been raining like constantly where I live.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Oh, racism. That's nice.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Terrellson? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Terrellson?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrellson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
They don't even look like children. They're just like midgets.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrellson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
I don't like those children. They annoy me.
You want to hear something funny, Terrellson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
God, you're such a dick.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Just like, what a fucking asshole.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Oh, what? Handbag? Yep.
Junk.
Really? I would think that... Alright, whatever. I would figure that, like, that would have some sort of, I don't know, value. Dude, fucking, stop acting like you're actually helping. That doesn't look helpful whatsoever. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there'd be anything in here, but you never know. The daughters might have done something. They might have... Hey, you never know. You can't rule anybody out. That looks completely unimportant. Alright, that's another matchbook.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
No? Alright. I know there's more than just one thing in this house. Or in this area, I should say. Oh,
So
alright.
she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Okay, then.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
She must have been getting deep dick good. Okay. Wet clothes and the muddy boots. I remember these.
We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
What about the wet clothes? I remember that being one of the clues. Oh, it's this. Alright.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
He's the killer. Just right now we know. I think there was like one other clue outside. Yeah, right at the boat. Fuck off, Rusty. Yeah, it's the... Yeah, there we are.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
I'm gonna go make the call real quick. Well, shit, that's too far. I think there's a phone inside that I can use. Yeah, here we are.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am. For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Okay, that's suspicious. You know, I've already pre-played, or I've played this part of it already and failed completely, and I wasn't sure why, because this one didn't make much sense to me. I know it's not truth, but I'm trying to think of what the lie could be. Now that I've confirmed it's not doubt. What would the lie be? One second. Okay. Right back here. Okay, so, evidently it's the bow rope. This is the first time I've cheated, but, you know. Oh, well.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
I don't know how you're supposed to get that one. Like, honestly, that one's just way too fucking abstract.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Nah.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
No. Come on.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Yeah, you see, this one is easier because I remember the wet jacket and the muddy boots, which dictates that that's
You're
not
lying,
true.
Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Wet clothes.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last drink at Barron's bar. We should
Appreciate
check
your
the
time,
place out.
sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Sure. Why not? Alright, so Barron's bar is gonna be next. Fuck the hobo camp, we can deal with that later.
Two club sandwiches. Thank you, waitress.
Well, I can hear him from outside.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Seems legit.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
That's one heck of a Sunday. This is a...
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Nah.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
Why would he withhold that?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Okay.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Oh, he won't.
Bates, we just want to talk.
I'll shoot you, you motherfucker.
Here he is. Got a ride. Get in and drive.
It's our car now, dickhead.
I
thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh, you dropped your hat.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
It's kind of hard to do that on a dirt
Phelps,
fucking road.
You gotta get me closer.
I'm trying. Holy shit.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Sorry. Sorry. Just killed someone. Okay, one of his tires is shot out already.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Go. Do it. Yes. Oh, fuck, he shot it off the axle.
All right, you got me. I've had enough. Show me your hands.
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
No.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Hey, our car just magically appeared. Ah. Don't honk. Fuck you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Did you hear? She said semen. Get it? Get it? It's like, you know, it's like jizz. Get it? Okay, enough. We're gonna go say hi to James Jessup.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding
Fuck.
yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Oh, is he? Where the fuck?
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Stopping in the middle. Just stopping in the middle of a fucking intersection.
See a taxi anywhere?
Sorry.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
I could feel a sneeze coming.
11K, yellow cab
God damn it.
number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
I just had one of those things where I could feel the sneeze coming and it just
Where's that cab got you now?
stopped. Just went away. One of the most frustrating fucking things in the world. Ah, shit. That's your fault, not mine. I'm a police officer.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac.
There you are.
11K, further on your ATV on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe. Heading north.
Just point a gun at him.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
All right.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired.
He's fine.
391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
All right, now let's go say hi to James Jessup.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
All right then.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Oh, he is just full of lies.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
that smirk is just hilarious.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
All right, well, let's go to the bus depot.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Only have time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
Once again, I don't buy Lars shit. I don't buy Lars Terrelson for it, just simply because of his reaction to when his wife died. Like, it was one of those things where it's just like his immediate emotional reaction was just like a, oh no kind of thing. I don't know. It seemed really sincere. Which is why I think the whole, like, this is one of the first games that did that whole facial, like, capture software thing. And, yeah, I mean, it did a great job at capturing emotion. It looks really weird because the body isn't captured as well. But, nonetheless, I mean, at the time, that was, you know, that was some brand new shit, man. So, especially then, it was pretty powerful. Fuck. Alright, I believe there was some information in here that I can get.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now.
Oh, you're old.
Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and is solving all the cases?
I'll need to run the loop.
What the hell?
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
That is true.
The woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front
You also have that little red line thing going throughout the map to know vaguely where the bus could be. Hurry up, Rusty. Come on, fat ass. Hurry up.
All-American 7-4, let's go get him.
I find that driving against traffic is probably the best idea.
Trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am. Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge if you see
Oh, there he is.
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
Gotcha, you fucker.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
Would you stop for fuck's sake? I'm just gonna cut him off.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the
That
side of the
didn't work,
road.
asshole, so I had to cut him off.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something.
I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Whoa. Jesus Christ, man.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
Yeah, our starting point.
To investigate the hobo lead.
Yeah, you think for that. Shots fired, 313 Bunker Hill Avenue, 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Yeah, the bum camp should be our starting point. I mean, it's like the last place, but our starting point nonetheless. I don't understand. But whatever. Once again, I should be posting some more Valiant Hearts stuff pretty soon. To anybody who's interested in that series, it shouldn't be very long. It'll only be like I'd say roughly. It's probably going to be about a 3-hour game or something. So I'm already probably about a quarter of the. Yeah, I'd say about a quarter of the way done. I think I've finished 1 chapter, and there's 4 in total. So yeah, it's really nothing to get all up in arms about. Like, I was planning on postponing LA Noire for like 3 or so days at maximum, but evidently people weren't too happy about that. So, you know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Once again, the roads are all fucked up. Yeah, just hold a shotgun, like, just out. Nobody's gonna get militant over that.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out for the cavalry.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Jesus Christ. Totally copacetic. Absolutely.
We need to...
Socialist utopia,
Dick.
bud.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Alright, now let's go through his shit.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Well, let's first take a look at this.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Those are two characters that I find to be genuinely interesting people, and I really, well, I'm not going to say anything, never mind.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Okay, drop it. Jesus Christ. This is her bag, I'm guessing. Crystal ballroom.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Alright, I think that's it. Seems like it.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Alright, so I'm thinking I'll go ahead and head back to the police station. We'll interrogate that guy. I think it was Stuart Ackerman, I think is what he said. Assuming that's his actual name. And I think that is all of the case. If this fat fuck would hurry up. Thank you.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle
Fuck him. Decrease the excess population. We don't need them. Ah. That was funny. Just kind of was just shaking.
Hey, I gave his
Going
wife
this way.
back. I said all fair and love.
Okay then.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terreldson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terreldson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terreldson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
The flames in me. And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away.